What are you most pleased with about your season so far?
I think we've been taking some steps personally, just in different leadership that kind of role, and just kind of giving the guys a chance to win. I think it's obviously the most important, and I thought we've been playing well so far, and we want to keep building on it. But I mean, we just keep taking it in stride. I think is the most important thing.
Mitch was saying he felt maybe you were a bit more talkative this season. You're obviously a quieter, more calm guy. Do you feel like you've been able to have your voice heard a bit more this season?
Yeah, I think pretty introverted guy. I think just getting the better I get to know guys, the more open I'll be and be joking around a little bit more. I think it's something that comes along with getting to know guys and trusting each other. I think definitely I think for me that it's been better and better.
Martin Brodeur is here tonight. Do you ever meet him? Do you know what do you know about him? What are your
I mean, I know about him. Yeah, obviously incredible career. Haven't met him really too much. Seen him around some rinks when he was in St. Louis, and watched him play in Jersey in the finals against LA. I think it was Game 5. I think pretty incredible to see. It was probably one of his last great games of when he was in the finals there, and it was incredible to see the way he was appreciated by the fans and in Jersey. It was something that I thought was very cool.
Who are the goalies you admired growing up?
Well, he was definitely one of them. Patty Waugh, Hasek was the big three. I think Cujo was one of the guys too. I've looked up to a bit, but I remember having some hockey cards of Marty Brodeur, and even one of the little figures of the replicas of him lifting the cup. So yeah.
Is he a benchmark of sort of something that goalies strive to, just in terms of his consistency and his ability to play almost 70 games year in, year out?
Yeah, I think I don't really know the era that well, but haven't watched too many games, like so many seasons fully, but definitely think the longevity of his career is incredible. I think did he play close to 1,300 games, which is just amazing as a goalie, right? I think only 3 have gone over 1,000, which was pretty impressive. I know they had a great team in New Jersey most of the time he was there, but impressive to see the amount of wins he's accumulated over his career, and obviously shutouts as well.
You've got to appreciate that, like, to play that many games season in, season out, it's something you are working on now. The amount of commitment it just takes to be able to, the mental fortitude I guess it takes.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, I mean, you can make arguments both ways when he's had some quiet nights behind a good D, but it's the mental strength of that. It's not something that's easy either. So definitely impressive career.
I believe you played 78 in one season. If you did that in today's NHL, how do you think your body would feel?
Yeah, that would be. I don't think we want to do that experiment, but
No.
yeah, that would be quite a tough task.
I know you worked really hard off-season, changing your routine a bit. Are you feeling that difference in that right now? Like, and if so, like, where do you feel it? Do you think?
I think the biggest part is just feeling athletic instead of feeling stiff, feeling more fluent is probably the biggest key, and I think that's when you come into that mid-season form and you feel into it and feel like you're moving really well and have that flow instead of being stuck in positions, being quick to move around and get back on your feet, and I think that's been paying off so far.
You're taking on the reigning league MVP tonight in Taylor Hall. What stood out to you about his season last year? You guys were pretty good at keeping him off the score sheet, but just kind of what jumps into your mind when you think of Taylor Hall?
I don't know. I didn't watch that many of his games, but I think obviously he had a scoring streak of I don't know 20 or some games. It was pretty impressive. Skated with him a few times, but definitely a great player, great skills, and a guy that works hard out there.
Morgan Riley was just out here saying that he went to the Hall of Fame and did the goalie simulator. We were talking to Kadri on Saturday. He said he played goalie growing up. A lot of your teammates seem to consider themselves decent goalies. Who do you think would be the best, other than obviously Garrett of your team?
Yeah, I got to give an edge to him.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Nas wasn't that bad when we did our little thing with him and Marty last year. He was decent, but got the last laugh on him. So I mean, I'm definitely a better player than he is a goalie. So.
Did you score on him?
Oh yeah.
Where was he weakness?
High glove.
High glove?
Yeah.
He said he leaves that open because he likes to showboat.
Well, it doesn't mean he's going to catch it, but he definitely. I got the best of him there.
When Carey Price was on top of the list, it was sort of a definitive #1 goalie. And now that he's not playing at the same level that he has in the past, that man's always open for a new one. How far away do you think you are, or are you right there for what would be the conversation of who is the best goalie in the NHL?
I don't know. I think that's a question for you guys to talk about. I don't really worry about that too much. I think my focus has always been doing my best, and that's really what it comes down to for me.
How much of goaltending is the confidence? It's kind of shocking to hear someone like Carey Price be like, I got to get my head straight last night, when you consider him to be. I know he's a guy that you've admired growing up.
Yeah.
How much of it is in between the ears?
Well, it's got to be a good chunk of it. I think you don't just lose your abilities to move around. I think it's definitely a mental game, and it's crazy how that can be. I've been through tough periods too, but yeah, you got to find a way to get out of it. I think I don't really know him that well as a person, but yeah, he's a great goalie when he's at his best game.
Who's the best goalie you've ever seen?
Well, I think the game I went to in New Jersey with Marty was probably the best I've seen live.